Hey, True Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. 320th post. In this one, we're going to talk about the attempted assassination of FDR, the 32nd president, and the death of Anton Cermak, who was shot in this incident. He was the mayor of Chicago. So let's get into it by watching this short documentary on the attempted assassination and the death of Cermak.
At 9:35 p.m. on the
True Seeker, real quick, I want to tell you something about this historian right here. You will see this man on History Channel as well. Coded gematria. The name John with simple English gematria is 47. F is 6. McHugh is 60. John F. McHugh sums to 113, a number we see coded so often. The word mainstream equals 113. The word green screen equals 113. In Pythagorean gematria, the name McHugh equals 33, another one of these agents of the 33. And let's listen to him, and let's keep in mind as he tells us this history, it is not the truth. This is how the gatekeepers do it. They give us a false set of knowledge, a false set of history, and these people are all over the place. They're in our universities, they're on our television screens, they are reinforcing lies on the daily.
evening of February the 15th, Franklin Roosevelt had just completed offering a few remarks when a young Italian immigrant, 5'1", stood up on a
5'1", a lot like the number 51, the number of conspiracy. Think Area 51. 51 equals conspiracy with Pythagorean gematria.
bench, and he reached in his pocket, got out a cheap $8 pistol, and pointed it at the president-elect of the United States. A woman standing next to him saw what was happening, and in her mind, she said, "My God, he's going to kill Franklin Roosevelt."
When the first shot was fired, I realized he was shooting at someone, and I taken my right arm and pushed the pistol up just as hard as I could.
Instead of the bullet hitting Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the bullet hit a man by the name of Anton Cermak, who was the mayor of Chicago, Illinois. Cermak was driven in Roosevelt's car, cradled in Roosevelt's arms, all the way to a Miami hospital.
Cermak, mortally wounded with a bullet in his lungs, told FDR, "I'm glad it was me instead of you." The gun-waving man was Giuseppe Zangara, an Italian-born unemployed bricklayer.
Giuseppe Zangara, better known as Joe, was not an anarchist. That was proved later on. He was a person who did not like leaders of any country.
You don't like him for president?
Listen to this knowledge, and I say knowledge while doing quotes in the air with my finger, the historian gives us. He just makes it so simple, and like this is just some Looney Tune that came out of nowhere and did this. This is how the hoaxes are maintained and the truth is denied.
As a man, he's all right. Men are all right, but the president is all right.
Joe Zangara was sentenced by the judge 80 years in prison for the attempted assassination on Anton Cermak. But on March 6th, 1933, Cermak died. And immediately then, the judge decreed that Cermak's assassin should be executed. And he was on March 20th, 1933.
Zangara's last words before his electrocution were, "Goodbye, adieu to the world. Go ahead, push the button."
All right, true seeker. So that's the mainstream history. Let me show you what I know. Cermak was the mayor of Chicago, the city located on the 88th meridian, divided into 77 neighborhoods. The name Cermak has a gematria of 33, and he also had a life number of 33. So often what we find with politicians, celebrities, people in power. His assassin, Giuseppe Zangara, also has very curious gematria. The name Giuseppe sums to 44, the kill number. Remember, kill sums to 44 with simple English gematria. In the story of Giuseppe, notice how 11:9 is next to each other in the word kill. In his story, it said that he came to the United States of America on September 11th, 1929, arriving from Italy. And what's Italy known for? Mafia and mobsters. And this gang of 33 seems like real-life mobsters. With regards to the gang of 33, realize this killing we're talking about happened in the year 33. So Cermak was shot February 15th and he died March 6th, 19 days later. He's said to have died from colitis due to complications from the gunshot. Colitis is a 33 word. What do you know? So, again, the way this started was it was supposed to be an assassination attempt on FDR. And prior to being the President of the United States, FDR was the 44th governor of New York. His cousin Teddy Roosevelt was the 33rd governor of New York. And FDR himself died in Georgia, a state with a gematria of 44. He died in Warm Springs, Georgia on the 33rd parallel. Making matters more interesting, his last date in the White House was March 29th, 1945. This is a date with 33 numerology. It's also, if you do it the other method, a date with 77 numerology, like the Knights of Templar, who are the original Freemasons. The American meridian's the 77th meridian. So all of our history, Truth Seeker, is coded with the same numbers, especially when it comes to assassinations. And looking at history, starting with right here, the 9th president, William Henry Harrison, who died on April 4th, there's been a lot of coding of 44 into deaths. And right now we have the 44th president of the United States of America, Barack Hussein Obama, the first black president. What I'm telling you, Truth Seeker, is it was written long before Barack Obama was even on this planet that the fate of the 44th president would be assassination. If the 44th president does die in office, it will be the 9th president to do so. Recall, the first president to die in office was the 9th president. A lot of significance with the number 9 as well. And if Barack Hussein Obama is to be assassinated, I suspect that he knows this is his fate already. I suspect that he was trained all of his life for this position he now assumes. I think somewhere out there they're raising presidents and world leaders, finding the right candidates for the job. Barack Obama's the right man for the job at this time, at least in the eyes of the elites who orchestrate such things. So anyway, just wanted to shed some light, bring some new knowledge. We're getting hoaxed, Truth Seeker. In 1933, it's the same way it is today. 33 to 2015, 82 years later. All right, until next time, Truth Seeker.